ค่ะ Wow. Do you realize that I'm just seeing your message, right? And just realize that the thing was on mute the whole freaking time. So,
Yeah. I was just about to say something again. I was like, I don't hear anything. Okay, cool.
yeah, that's just great. So, I will do
Video, so I didn't care.
is just post the video link. But he said a lot of cool stuff. It was narrated, or the closed caption was on the screen a lot of the time. But if you guys didn't see certain parts that he was saying when I was watching this earlier, I did write some notes, I guess you can say, down. One thing that he said that stood out to me was, "What are you leaving on the table? What are you leaving on the table?" Basically saying, like, I can't answer that for you, right? I can only answer that for me. But are you leaving any stones unturned? Like when you lay down at night, are you saying like, everything that I wrote out for the day, I got done. Everything that I said I was going to do today, I got done. I'm content in that. I'm peaceful. I can rest well at night. That's why I'm always super, super, super anal about, booking your one-on-ones. Because for
Oh,
me, scheduling is everything. Like,
mm,
I abide best by my schedule. And so for me, if it's not in order, things around me aren't in order. Like, you can ask Caleb all the time. When I wake up in the morning, it's reality check, right? As soon as I wake up, before I do anything, I come in the kitchen, make my cup of coffee. While the coffee's going, I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face. After that, I want to clean the kitchen. If things around me are not well put, I'm not well put. If my schedule is out of order, so am I. So it's like, okay, reality check is at 6:45. First one-on-one, 11. The next one, 12. The next one, 2. The next one is 4. Whatever time. I don't want it to say 6:45, then 3 p.m., then 11 a.m., then 9:30. That's so out of order to me. And I just function better when things are in place. That way I can know for sure I'm not leaving any stones unturned. Like I didn't wait till Monday to make my Tuesday schedule. And so if I'm too tired on Monday, I'm going to say, well, since I'm tired today, I'm not going to put this thing on my schedule on Tuesday. I'm going to wait to put it on my schedule till Wednesday. So hopefully I'm not as tired. No, I'm going to set my schedule at the beginning of the week. So no matter what, I have to get those things done. So that stood out to me for sure. And then another thing that he said was tap dancing. Tap dancing has nothing to do with basketball. But he realized, like, hey, I have a problem, right? I keep rolling my ankle. There's something that needs to be fixed, right? I need to step back and look at this from a different angle. So I'm going to take tap dancing because why? They're good on their feet. For me to be an awesome player, I need to be good on my feet. And that automatically resonated me with trading because we both know the skill is easy, right? It's easy to come to the market and say, hey, this is support and resistance, right? I see a lot of buyers in this area. I see a lot of sellers in this area. This area is highly liquid or this one is not. The London session is, moves the fastest, whatever the case. That stuff is easy, right? That's the game of basketball. But what can we do to make ourselves better? Like, what is our tap dancing class? For me, that's making sure I stay on top of my personal development. That's making sure I stay on top of my spiritual development. Like I tell you guys all the time, I never, ever, ever pray for more than 20 minutes. But I never go more than 20 minutes without praying. You'll hear me randomly start having a conversation with God. Like I got to make sure we're on the same page. So those are my I guess you'd say examples of what tap dancing is for me in relation to trading, as tap was for him with basketball. So I want you to consider what your tap dancing lessons would be, and make sure you zone in. Um, Make sure you zone in on those things. Strengthen your mind, your perspective. All those things matter when we come to the market. That's why I, along with Caleb, always like to start the call out, no matter what training call it is. Like to start the training call out with some type of motivation, some type of something just to put you in the right mindset when you enter the market. So now that that is done, I want to go over a few things. One, Columbus is right here. He is asleep. However, he has not had the best day today. So if he gets cranky like I always do, I will press mute, get him in order, and then hop back on the call. Next, it is a new month. With it being a new month, that means that the video vault password has changed. Last month, it was money. This month, the password is gratitude. Gratitude is the password, all lowercase. It's going to give you access to all of the training videos that we have done since TradeSchool has been in existence. It's going to give you access to all of those. So you do not have to go to the YouTube channel for that. I have listed all of them up until the video from Saturday with the crypto training. They are all current, up to date in the video vault. I have already published, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have published 13 setups already. They include euro pairs and odd pairs. I published them already a little bit earlier. Some of them got published before the market opened. Others of them a little bit after the market opened. I also published oil and Bitcoin, so you guys can go and take a look at those if you need them to. I will also, after this call, drop all of them in the chat again in order. Meaning, I'm going to start out with odd pairs, then go to the euro pairs, then the USD pairs. It just works best for me. Just makes my brain work a whole lot better if things are in order. Oh, okay. One thing that I want to show you guys is the training schedule. I'm going to send this out to you guys because a lot of people ask me, you know, what is the schedule for the week? Where can I find it? So on and so forth. I will post this in the chat as well. This is the schedule for the week, right? This is the schedule. 9:30 in the morning, we have the training. Again at 7. Riyadh, he is in Retire Rich. He does a mindset mastery call every night. I will start dropping the link in the chat for you guys to get on that. It's kind of like our reality checks in the morning. Usually his mindset mastery calls are very spirituality based, but they help a lot. Anywho, everything that we do throughout the week is on this schedule right here, including the Zoom links. So you never have to ask, you know, what's the Zoom link, any of that. All of it is right here. So I'll put this in the chat for you guys. Also, in honor of Kobe's life, we will have 28 days of Kobe. So every training call at the beginning of it is going to be some type of motivation that Kobe gave out. That'll be the video that we watch at the beginning of the call. And I believe that's it. So before we start, I want to show you guys why I did not send out our chef in our NZD. First, you can see right here, what did I say about the break and close, right? Look how close it got. Even though it broke, right? That is too close of a break for me. Let me zoom in just to show you guys. Look at that. That is too close of a break for me. I'm not okay with that. So that's why I said do not execute, right? Do not execute. Now, if we had a limit set at the 618, right? If we had a limit set at the 618, you could have sat and watched this, but that's too anal. I don't want to do that, right? You would have been able to close that trade with about 7 pips. That's not even worth it. So I just said, hey, do not execute the trade. And look what happened. We've been drawdown right now. If we would have, I'm glad we did not. Just going off of my markup, my confirmations were not met. Yes, it broke, but for me, that's like half a pip. That ain't no for real. I want to break out of this, so I left it alone. Same thing with odd NZD. You guys can see right here, it broke through 4 times. 4 times it broke through. When I was saying something about odd NZD, this is where we were right here. It broke and rejected really hard. So that's why I said ignore odd NZD and odd NZD and odd chef for the buy. That is why after I put those setups in the chat, I told you guys not to execute because it rejected really hard from our buy area. But we're not here to go over odd pairs. I just want to show you guys why I decided to not execute either one of those. So before we get started with UK, USD Chef, UJ, and the peso, do you guys have any questions, anything that you want me to go over in particular? And then I will. Still can't believe I had the whole video on mute. That was retarded. That was retarded, but it was a bomb video. So hopefully you guys go back and watch it.
I was reading it as it was playing.
And it was so good. I was like, oh, when I came across the video, I'm like, yes, this is so good. And yeah. All right, one thing that I learned about 2 weeks ago that I do want to go over, at the beginning of a new month, look at the monthly time frame. I have never done that before, ever. And about 2 weeks ago, I was reading on like, I don't know, Investopedia or some site like that. It probably was Investopedia. And one of the, journalists, I guess you can say, mentioned looking at a monthly chart at the beginning of a new month just to see what had been happening the past, however many months. And as you can see right here, if we were like major swingers, right? And we're like, I'm gonna place a trade and I'm just gonna literally sit in there and forget it. I went on about my life. I tried this trading thing, let's say 5 years ago. Now I want to go and check my MetaTrader and see if I got a nice fat check waiting on me. If you were trading UCAD and you did that, you have nothing waiting on you right now. Look at this. In 2015, this is where we were, right? Look at where price is at right now. Literally in the same spot. Literally in the same spot. The same spot. But with a lot of pairs that I was looking at earlier on higher time frames, it's so easy to see the trend on those time frames, which is why I was saying everything I was saying in the chat about all of the odd pairs, about a lot of them being at a daily support. That's how I knew that, because I just backed out to a high time frame and I just scrunched in my screen like this so that I can see more of price action. If I'm on a 1 hour time frame, this is not giving me a full picture of UCAD, what has happened in the past, for me to have a good chance at predicting futures, right? So I always want to, in my opinion, now that I know this, back out so you can see more, more price action. I usually would always start at the 4 hour anyway, but now I have started marking out a daily resistance and support, just so again I have a better idea of what's going on. So let's do that. For me, this right here is a good daily resistance. So I started shorthanding my support and resistance, mainly because on a lot of these calls, or you guys one-on-one, Columbus is in one arm and I'm usually typing, marking up things with the other arm. So it's just easier for me if I can shorthand and not write out everything. So when I post my markups in the chat earlier, if you see daily R, I mean, use your common sense. It's daily resistance. Daily S is daily support. If you see 4HRR, 4 hour resistance, 4HRS, 4 hour support, so on and so forth. And you guys will see me do that right here as well. So then, okay, I'm gonna back out to the 4 hour, right? This support down here, in my opinion, is a good 4 hour support as well. And then as far as a resistance goes, right here would have been my 4 hour resistance. Then from there, I'm going to go to the 1 hour, right? Now, when you are breaking your charts down, it wouldn't make sense for me to say, I'm just only going to look between this line and this line. Why does that not make sense? Because price is not right here anymore. Price is up here. Price is heading towards our daily resistance. So once I've started to break my chart down, right, what can I do next? I can now just go within these two black lines, right? Go within these two black lines to get a better idea on price. And I'm going to reload this chart since I've been kind of messing with it on the side, so it won't look so funny. All right, so I want to be between this black line and where is it? My daily resistance right here. It would make sense for me to be down here because why? Price is not down here. Doesn't even make sense. So now I want to look for a 1 hour support and resistance to see if I even need a 1 hour support and resistance, right? So this is what I usually do on a 1 hour. I'm putting this line right here because this is where price currently is. So I want to zoom out more, likely on a higher time frame, just to get a bigger picture of where price is at right now, right? Is this a strong level of resistance? The last time prices in this area was in December. Okay, what about before that? That is what I usually like to do when I get down to a time frame that's small, just so I have a good idea of, okay, should I be looking for reversals in this area? Like, should I look for price to keep going? Which it could up here to the daily resistance, but look at what happened when price got up here, right? Yeah, you would have been able to secure some pips, but not a whole lot. The pip count is not high in the candles on UCAD. That's about 70 pips maybe. I'm okay with missing out on those 70 pips to catch the bigger move to the downside once price does get up here to my daily resistance. And that's what we're headed for right now. So for me, in order for me to say, hey, I want to go ahead and still buy UCAD, I want to see a break and retest from where price is right now. Otherwise, I'm not comfortable with entering UCAD for a buy because it's just a short position. That's not what I want to do. Granted, we can catch our 20 pips in that, but my chances of being caught in what I would consider a possible fake out zone because of all this choppiness right here, I don't want to do that, right? So I'm just going to wait until price is up here with my next to my daily resistance or around my daily resistance to make a decision on if I'm going to sell UCAD or not. Even here, if I were comfortable with buying UCAD, I would be looking for this, a break and a retest to the upside. But again, because when I look left, it's a lot of choppiness right here, right? Once it did break above this line, it only went up a couple pips, and then it completely turned around. I don't want to get in that. So I am just going to leave UCAD alone until UCAD is knocking on my daily resistance, which is a strong level of resistance, and then I will make my judgment. Do you guys have any questions about that? Or on why I look at UCAD in that way? All right, let's go to USD Chef. Usually for me, I do not like Chef pairs because in my opinion, they are really choppy. They consolidate a lot. Look at this. This is on a monthly time frame, right? Since 2003. It is 2020. Look at this. In the grand scheme of things, USD Chef has been ranging since 2014. Hence why I do not too much like Chef pairs. To me, all they do is consolidate. Yes, you can catch your pips in them, but they're so choppy to me. So I usually do not mess with them. This is a markup from last week, and I will not be changing it a whole lot. I don't really have to because it did not break out of my zone. However, it did break out of this flag and continue to the downside with literally with ease. Let's see. It broke and closed below right here, right? So had I been paying attention to USD Chef, once it broke and closed below here, I would have executed a sale immediately right here. At minimum to this level of support, that is 71 pips. 71 pips you could have secured in 6 hours, or no, not in 6 hours, in 10 hours. About 70 pips you could have secured in 10 hours just off of a flag pattern. That is it. However, it has not broken out of this area of support or resistance just yet. Once it does, these red areas for me indicate possible fake out zones. I chose to make them red so that when I see them, when I pull up TradeSchool on my phone, I don't mistakenly enter a trade because it broke and closed above my resistance or broke and closed below my support. That's what those red lines are for. So this markup, I'm going to leave it as is until we get a break out of these areas, and then finally get a retest of that possible fake out zone, and then continuation in one or more directions. So I'm not going to update USD Chef again because to me it just ranges a whole lot. So it is one pair where I literally do not have to mark up every week or every couple days because it don't do nothing. It doesn't do anything, in my opinion. I chose to mark up USD Chef anyway because you guys asked last week on one of the calls, so that's why I added USD Chef to my watch list. But personally, USD Chef is not a pair that I like. However, if you guys want to get more comfortable with support and resistance, knowing how to look left, how to identify possible fake out zones, things like that, like the basics, then I definitely recommend marking up USD Chef because it will help you a lot, in my opinion. So again, not changing anything on here. Once it does break out of this possible fake out zone, then I will see you guys execution for the sale. If you want to set your dragon to alert, you will do so at the bottom of this red zone, which is 0.96198. 0.96198. Once it breaks and gives us a retest, which means it has to break through once and come back and touch this same area. Once it does that, then I will send out the sale execution for USD Chef. But there will be no major changes to USD Chef this week. All righty, USD JPY. Same thing. This is also a good way for you guys to practice identifying the trend, right? Look at this. We had a bearish trend here. Then look, we got a break and a retest. A break and a retest of that bearish trend. Look at what happened. Once it broke and retested, we had started an uptrend after that. I literally know people who only trade on higher time frames and they wait for a break of structure with these trends. But currently, on a higher time frame, UJ is not doing anything but consolidate. So that wouldn't really help you any to be on a higher time frame to try and trade the trend, because it's not really doing anything, especially on a monthly time frame. It's not really moving much. Anywho, let's go to a daily and see what we're working with. So obviously, this right here is our daily resistance. This here is our daily support. Always from here, drop down to my 4 hour. Oh, and then somebody asked me, how did I guess you can say these little shortcuts right here. It just makes it easier for me. All you gotta do is in your drop down box, click on the stars from right here, which you're gonna put them in your favorites. So now I don't have to click my drop down box every time I need to change my time frame. I just go right here to my little toolbar. Same thing. I did the same thing for these toggles over here. Just favorited the ones that I needed. So now it is always up here. These are the ones that I use the most. So they're right there. Anyway, okay, now I'm on my 4 hour time frame. So my 4 hour time frame, I'm comfortable with this level of resistance right here. And then as far as a level of support, 4 hour support. Now, when I'm marking out my levels of support and resistance, I'm not necessarily paying attention to stuff over here. I want to look over here to the left. I want to look over here to the left. That's how I'm mapping out my levels of support and resistance. So for example, this 4 hour support right here, the 4 hour support did not come from this. The fact that it came here, right? It came here and bounced up. That's just further confirmation that what happened over here to the left is true. That's it. So this just lets me know that going off of the past is a good indicator for the future. So had I said, when price got over here in this area, right, even if temporarily, it bounced up. Let's see, over here, about 65 pips. It did it again over here, over 130 pips. Okay, if I wanted to just retail trade, which I don't think is smart, by the way, if I just said, I'm going to buy support and sell a resistance, in this instance, it would have worked just based off the past. So I don't necessarily look at what's happening currently to identify my support and resistance. I am looking at the past, and that is how I ended up with this level of resistance. Anyhow, now that I have this 4 hour resistance support, I'm only focusing on the stuff that's in the middle of these two lines, because why? This is what's current to price. So yes, I've mapped out my daily support and resistance, but I'm not currently concerned with this quadrant up here or this one down here. I'm only concerned with this one right here because this is what's current to price right now. This is what's current to price right now. So this is all I'm worried about. So when I jump down to my 1 hour, I'm only working in this area right here. That's it. That's the only area that I'm working on when I'm looking at this right here. Okay, so this level of resistance, in my opinion, is a good level of resistance on my 1 hour as well. And then as far as my 1 hour support, it's here. So guess what? When price gets here, I want to buy at the break and close. I want to buy at the break and close. All I'm doing is slicing up the chart and making it super easy for me to work with. So what was a very huge frame at first, now I'm only interested in what's happening up here, right? That's it. I'm only interested in what is happening up here. And that's about 50 or so pips from my buy at the break and close area to my resistance. 40 pips. Am I going to try to secure 40 pips in one TP? Absolutely not. Because I don't know what can happen. So I want to walk it up. That's what I tell you guys to do all the time. Always secure your profits along the way. Don't automatically assume that the market is just going to give you how many pips that you want. That's not smart, because I'm telling you, every time that you do that, the market is going to humble you. I'm only telling you that because it didn't humble me too many times. So your first take profit, 108.918. You're going to buy at the break and close of 108.795. TP1 is at 108.918. And then TP2 is at 109.078. 109.078. Now that I've worked in this quadrant, right, I don't just know that price is going to go back up here and break and close this. It can literally pull back, break and close below my support. And if I don't have nothing marked up down there, then I'm kind of screwed. That's not what I want. So what am I going to do? Pull out my screen a little bit and say, okay, do got some action down here. So guess what? I'm going to sell at the break and close. Sell at the break and close. Once it does that, here are my TPs. My TP1 is here. You're going to sell at the break and close of 108.318. Your TP1 is 108.191. 108.191. Then from there, TP2 is kind of a stretch, just because it is a little bit choppy to the left. But TP2 is 108.054. 108.054. And guess what? Everything in between these two lines is my no trade zone. I hope you guys are now starting to see that you can literally combine everything that you know. You don't have to say, well, you know, Caleb does it like this, or KD does it like that, or I've learned this and this person, so I can only do it like this, this, and this. You can combine everything that you know. Combine everything that you know, take what the market is going to give you, and go on about your business. I used to be really terrible at trying to hold trades for the long haul. Terrible. Not securing profits as I went along. Then be pissed when it reverses and hit my stop loss. Or I'm trying to hold it for a certain amount of time that my account cannot hold. The equity is not there. So I'm trying to swing trade, you know, on a small account. Fam, you can't hold the drawdown. You can't hold the back and forth. So secure profits along the way. That's why when I'm looking to the left, I'm trying to see, hey, where can price be slowed up at? Where will price probably start consolidating it? Probably start correcting itself. That's how I'm identifying my take profit. Which is why a lot of the times I'll post in the chat and be like, TP smash, and then boom, the trend reverses. I don't care. Our TP got smashed. Our TP got smashed and it went along about its business just because I'm looking to the left versus saying, I want 50 pips out of this pair. What if it don't want to give me 50? Now it enforced 50 and now I'm sick about it versus going off of what it was giving me. So this will be our last markup, the peso. Again, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat as I'm going along and I will answer them. But guess what? You guys can see here, price is not doing anything. Price hasn't done anything on the peso since 2016. Major moves, put it that way. Major enough for it to show up on the monthly time frame. Nothing has really happened in a while. Let's hop down to the daily. Let's see what we got. All right. Obviously, daily resistance here. And then same down here, daily support. Once you guys start doing it more often, it's going to become literally like clockwork. You will have to think about what time frame to go to next, because it's all going to be right there. It's my 4-hour resistance. Now, guess what? This is now a very strong level of support, right? My 4-hour and my daily support are in confluence with one another. So once I see price break and close below this, I'm like, bet, let's sell it. Bet this is a very strong level. As soon as I get that break and close, I'm in it. As soon as I get the break and close, I'm in it. So from here, let's hop down to the 1 hour. And let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Remember, as you chop the chart down, only work within the confines of what's current to price. I have no reason to be underneath my 4-hour and daily support if price is current up here, right? So that I'm up here, I want to identify a level of support resistance for my 1 hour if it's even if it's going to be in addition to what's already here. So guess what I'm saying? My 1 hour and 4 hour and daily support are pretty much in the same area. I could really put my 1 hour support here, but to me that makes no sense, right? These lines are crazy close to one another. Crazy close to one another. So for me, it doesn't make sense to put those two lines in the same spot, about 20 pips apart. 20 pips apart. If those 20 pips are going to break me, then I was struggling to begin with. So this is my 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily support. Now I want to identify a level of resistance for my 1 hour. 1 hour resistance right here. Now I'm only concerned with what's happening right here in this area, right? Everything for me in this area is a no trade zone. Please understand that this zone on the peso is huge. This zone on the peso is huge. Let's see exactly how huge. 266 pips type huge. But if I was to zoom out on a higher time frame, right? Even right here, you can tell price is not doing much of anything. If we go out to the 4 hour, look at this. Price is not doing much of anything. I don't want to get caught in this. I don't want to get caught in this. To me, this is just a lot of consolidation. So if I have to wait on the peso to really give me a big push, if I got to wait on one of these to happen, right, then I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay on missing out on, what I say, 267 pips, right, to at some point be able to catch 938. I'm okay with that. So what am I going to do right here? I'm going to buy at the break and close. Buy at the break and close here. Let's see how many pips. It's about 100 pips in between our 1 hour resistance and our 4 hour resistance. So I'm going to map out from take profits here, just because for me 100 pip TP is just too much. 18.96651. 96651. I'm going to do the same thing on the sell side. I will definitely publish these ideas. Do not forget in the morning at 9:30, we have a trading training just to see how all of our pairs we've marked up to this point play out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Trading training with Caleb. In the morning, 6:45 is a reality check like always. Aside from that, if you guys have any questions about anything at any point, definitely post them in the chat. Reach out to me personally. Other than that, I love you guys. Have an amazing Sunday, and let's do awesome in the market this week. I will talk to you guys soon.